Hey, fuckers. Okay, we're going to find out who you are in this collective. And then we're going to find out that whoever you are, just so you know, I already know that you're someone that you're waiting on something. Okay? Whether it's a connection, someone to come back, someone to communicate to you, waiting on a job offer, whether or not you got a job, waiting on something. I don't know what. Maybe you're waiting to find out if you're pregnant, waiting to find out if it's a boy or a girl. You're waiting for something, whoever the fuck you are. We're going to figure out who you are. Take it how it resonates. Leave it if it doesn't. But if this is your reading, okay, and I'm on your For You page, at least pay attention to figure out if it's you, okay? Spirit team, who is this that's waiting? Okay? You're someone who likes to travel, someone who likes to go on adventures. You're a lover, not a fighter. Okay, nice. Sometimes you can be a manipulator. Sometimes you can swindle a little bit. You got the power of persuasion there. You don't do everything by the book, so you do step outside of the box a little bit, step in that little gray area at times. You like music. Maybe you're a musician. Maybe you sing, you play an instrument, or you just enjoy music, but Spirit's showing me that you might be literally a musician or a singer or something like that. Okay? It's a passion of yours, music. And you might even travel with being a musician. Maybe you're a traveling musician. Also a coach. So maybe you are someone that is a traveling coach for trade, but you also have a passion for music. But I feel like you're a swindler when it comes to being a lover. So, you're trying to put some things on your notches, put some notches on your headboard there. Ascetic. So you could be a little ascetic also in that regard. I do feel like architect is coming out here. I feel like there's something that you make happen. So like, think about this, okay? An architect doesn't have to, they're not an architect, I'm not an architect. Look, whatever you do, you map out things. You plan things well, okay? Sometimes you plan things in a manipulative sort of way to go your way, okay? Especially when it comes to love and stuff, okay? And like I said, you have the power of persuasion. You're very influential. And I feel like that power of persuasion has to do with music. So this is what I feel, whoever you are. I feel like you are by trade either a teacher or a coach of some sort. No matter what kind of job you have, you're teaching others, training others, showing other things, showing people how to do it, showing people the ropes, coaching them, leading them, okay? And you travel, so you might travel with your job. I also feel like when it comes to being a lover, you're very loving, very affectionate. Touch will be your love language, but also you're also someone who's very influential, very persuasive, and you can plan your days very well down to an itinerary, and you follow that itinerary very strictly. And even if you have to be a little outside of the box in the gray areas in some sorts, you're going to make it happen. Okay, you can be ascetic at times, but I feel like you have a deep, deep passion for music. And I feel like you use music to influence new lovers. I feel like, you don't always use your music to attract new lovers, but it helps. It's very influential, your talent. You're very talented with music. You might even write your own shit. You might play your own instrument, write your own music, your own songs. You might even be a DJ and mix songs and shit like that. But you're definitely a trendsetter, so you could be a content creator. You could be an influencer and do it with your music. But I do feel like you do travel for your job. There's a lot of, sexual partners that I'm seeing. But at times, I still think you can be ascetic. I still think you have that self-restraint, being able to not give into something if it's not right, maybe not hurt somebody if they're going to get extra attached. But you do plan your fucking shit out. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're very, very, okay, this time I'm going to do this, at this time I'm going to do that. So whatever you're waiting for, I'm going to tell you right now, it's going to happen within a couple of weeks. Whoever you are, which I've just described, it's going to happen within a couple of weeks. And this is something you've been waiting for, I feel like, for a hot minute. And it's finally going to happen within the next couple of weeks. Now, Spirit says, whoever you are, you've been waiting for this to happen since approximately February of this year. So you've been waiting a while, right? What is it? March, April, May, June, July, August. Yeah, you've been waiting quite a few months there. Quite a few. Yeah, Spirit says have faith because it's going to happen in a couple of weeks. Okay? I love you. I hope this helps.